Thumbs up. Okay, good afternoon. My name's Dave. I'm going to do a presentation on scaffolding. The one thing that's very, very important today is this won't work unless everyone interacts with it. Unless everyone joins in and helps me out, this won't work. Because that's what scaffolding is. It's kind of like a relationship between the learner and the student. So, to start, quick brainstorming. What is scaffolding? Excuse me. If I was to ask you, what would you say it is? Building.
Support.
Building. Support.
Something that's, yeah.
What's that?
No, I was just going to say something that supports building, like a pre-building stage.
Okay, pre-building stage. Lulu, what do you think scaffolding is?
It helps you build a house.
It helps you build a house, that's right. Who hasn't said anything here today? Please put up their hand.
They're tools.
Tools, thank you.
Structure.
Structure. So someone in here has not talked. Who hasn't been? Please, what is scaffolding? Everything out there? Would you add anything to it? What, like, or even why it's important?
Because it doesn't overwhelm the students. It helps gradually ease them into the ground or material.
Oh, perfect. Excellent. Jen, would you say anything about scaffolding, since you haven't talked as well?
I've done it before.
This isn't fair! Where's my union rep?
I agree with everything.
Okay, yeah, very good. So, Michael, would you please read us a definition of scaffolding?
Okay.
Yeah, please stand.
Oh, really? Yeah, I'll project my voice.
Okay, okay.
Vygotsky defines scaffolding instruction as the role of teachers and others in supporting the learner's development and providing support structures to get to that next stage or level. An important aspect of scaffolding instruction is that the scaffolds are temporary. As the learner's abilities increase, the scaffolding provided by the more knowledgeable other is progressively withdrawn. Finally, the learner is able to complete the task or master the concepts independently. Therefore, the goal of the educator when using the scaffolding teaching strategy is for the student to become an independent and self-regulating learner and problem solver. As the learner's knowledge and learning competency increases, the educator gradually reduces the supports provided.
Thank you, Michael. Very good job. Very good. So, I want to tell you two stories, and I guess in this degree, this is part of scaffolding. It's giving you the big picture. One story is kind of cute. The other story I thought was just kind of more meaningful to me. The cute story was with a young girl in my classroom, and she came into the classroom, and she walks in, and she knows hot. So she knows how to say hot. So she's like, hot, hot, hot. And I'm like, oh, it's hot. And then she went like this. She went, open the door. Right? She went, open the door. So I know obviously she meant open the window. It's hot, let the air in. I'm like, open the door. And then she had to do that little pause for a second. In her own mind, she had to stop and go, no, it's not open the door. She's like, open the window. Right? And I was like, oh, of course, I'll open the window. And that's, perfect English. That's exactly what you say. And you're only, 7 years old. So I was really, really impressed. The second story was a gentleman who's in an interchange class with me. And he's a Ricardo student now, I believe. And I hadn't, usually he comes into the classroom, he walks in, and I say, how are you today? And then we have a pause of, I'm fine, and then he sits down and we go through these long kind of conversations where everything has to be said, perfectly. He takes a long time to think about what he's saying. He goes through a lot of work to kind of get it right. And after one weekend, he came back in, and I saw him and I said, how are you doing? He goes, oh, I'm doing good. Like, literally. No, exactly, I'm doing good. And I thought, well, that's kind of strange how he did that. And he came in, he sat down, and he started talking to me in like what I call an English rhythm, where I'd ask questions. He goes, oh, that was pretty good. Oh, yeah, I was tired. And what had happened is he had spent the weekend with several people from North America. And it turned out that of all the Japanese people there, he was the only one who could speak English. So obviously, he'd been translating all weekend long to the best of his ability, and he didn't have the support, or he didn't have the teacher there to tell him this is right or wrong. He was all on his own, standing alone, having to speak English. And so I started thinking, that's pretty interesting that an individual who I'm teaching all the time has to leave me and go spend time with a bunch of strangers to really speak English. And that's how we're going to want to kind of lead into what the big picture idea is for scaffolding. So can you think of reasons why removing support or providing support and then removing it is important? Can anyone think of reasons why that would be so important? Yeah.
Experience.
Okay, experience. What do you mean?
Because someone can tell you how it is, but you don't really know how it is until you do it.
Oh, very good reason, yeah. Can anyone else think of any reasons?
Independence.
Independence.
The students got to develop language skills independently of the instructor.
Okay. And why is that important to develop the language skills independently of the instructor?
To make it their own, to personalize it.
Okay. Anyone else? Can you think of any other reasons?
Confidence.
Confidence. How is it going to help confidence?
Confidence is crucial to becoming an independent speaker. So, I mean, you use the scaffolding to help them build up the confidence, but once you remove the scaffolding, they have to have the confidence to continue using whatever that you've taught them. So,
Because once the building's finished, the scaffolding's taken off.
Ah.
So when you speak the language, you can't go back and just you don't phrase it all using convoluted support phrases as well. So they need to know how to do it. Practical.
Yeah.
I was going to say, once they can stand on their own feet, in the classroom atmosphere, they have more confidence to do it in the real world.
Yeah, very good. I'm sorry, you're not afraid of public speaking, are you?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Well, I just haven't heard you speak yet, so I wanted to ask you.
Well, I was just trying to think of something to say.
Okay. Can you think of
But thanks for putting me out there.
Yeah.
Now we stop.
It's okay. It's
Am I
okay.
getting red?
Yeah, a little bit. Okay. Yeah, please.
I like it.
Please.
Scaffolding provides something broad and allows the students to fill in the details later on.
Okay, and that's a good point. Why is it so important that you're going to give them kind of like a big picture idea, and then later on in their time they're going to be able to start to fill in the blanks themselves?
Well,
Sure.
while we may represent foreigners to them, we're not all foreigners. So we all speak differently. We all have different accents, Australian, British, whatever. And ultimately, you're going to experience those different aspects of the conversation. It might not be the exact back and forth that we experience in the classroom. It's going to be more of a realistic. When I learned Spanish, it was the same thing. I would be sitting there with 4 or 5 people from Mexico, and they're all from different areas. And at times, I wouldn't be able to understand one of them at all, and it's not a consistency in the real world. So
Okay.
Yeah, you can't cover every permutation of language in the classroom.
Right. And so eventually, I mean, obviously this is scaffolding, so I want to bring it all together to this idea. But obviously, so that they become an independent learner, so they no longer necessarily need, the teacher there all the time. They're able to figure things out for their own, kind of like the little girl did with, open the, what's this called again? That was a joke, just to see if everyone's still awake. It's a window. Yes, open the window. Okay.